Hi guys, it's Carrie with Fullerton Professional Organizing, and today I'm going to talk to you about a professional organizer named Laura Ellis from Organized by Ellis. Now she has an acronym that she uses with her clients. S.O.U.L, S-O-U-L. She says how to organize with S.O.U.L, which is her special organizing acronym. She says she's a CPO, which means I'm a certified professional organizer, and my company is Organized by Ellis. She says how to simplify with S.O.U.L. So S.O.U.L is an acronym that she's developed that encompasses the philosophy and the steps of organizing. It is get organized, but it's also how to stay organized, because what is the point of getting organized if you can't stay organized? So S.O.U.L is sort, order, use, and live. And she talks about how most people who are looking to get organized will know that a lot of organizers say sort, order, and keep what you use, but they don't usually talk about the live part, which is believes is the most important part. She says, what do we do every day? We use our stuff. So you have to have a strategy for how things go back. You have to have a system that you can maintain, that you can teach your family to maintain. And the live part of S.O.U.L is how you live your life better because you're organized. So I like that. I think that is something that is easy to remember, and that's probably why she uses it with her clients. She says the steps are the same whether you're organizing one junk drawer or a closet or a whole garage or a whole house. They're exactly the same. She says step one is sorting. Step number one is sorting. That is sift through items, putting like with like. Step two is order. Okay, so now that we've taken everything out of a space and we've sorted it and we've put like things together, we're going to have to put it all back together. First thing is to look at your space. Where is it? How was it used? Who else in the house uses it? So you're kind of taking the whole picture into account. So you need to observe your space. Design the look that you're after. How do you want your space to look and feel once it is organized? When you're going to establish where things go. So where you're going to have to put those things back. Okay. So when you observe the space, let's see here. All right, step three. She says, this is the part of getting and staying organized that I really think is often overlooked. So I'm excited to share this with you. She says, USE, use. Stands for understand what works, switch what doesn't, and embrace as needed. So what do I mean by that? I mean that by understanding why your organized system works and switching those things that don't work, because you may discover that you put something in a certain place and it doesn't really fit your life. So it never ends up back in that place. So she's just saying, once you get it organized, reevaluate it, because if you're not putting things back, then something has to change so that it will be simpler to put things back. And it's okay. It's not gonna be perfect the first time you organize, because you're going to find that, oh, I did organize it, but you know what? It's still not working, and it'll have to be revamped until you find a way it works. For me personally, I think if my spaces are still somewhat organized a year from now, then I know that it actually works. But if the space has become a complete disaster, then it means I need to reevaluate and reorganize it in a way that I believe is going to work better. And I've had to do that under my kitchen sink. Right now, it stays nice and neat all year. It's staying nice and neat. So I think the way I have it now is finally working for me. But there have been times I organized it, I videotaped the organization, and a year later, I realized it just wasn't working, and I've had to make a new video of how I reorganized it. So, and you can find those in my on my YouTube channel. So once your space is organized, every year you kind of do a little bit of a once over. And it's like a brush up. Instead of reinventing the system every single time, so by incorporating these 3 steps into your organized life and your simplified life, you will stay organized. Number 4 is live. She says, this is a super fun part about simplifying with S.O.U.L, because this is where you really see the benefits of going through the process, and you really feel how it affects your life in a positive way. Now, she had a video also of how she organized her junk drawer, and I skipped over that just to give you the basics of what she teaches. So value experiences over your stuff. I really, truly, my husband and I have really started embracing that this here in the last year or two. We're going to go on our first real vacation, not a staycation, to Colorado soon. And that is all because we have decided to invest money in experiences instead of more stuff. And I have been selling my party business items. Now, not the tea stuff that I love and treasure, not my antiques, not the stuff that I love. I still have enough tea cups. If I need to do a tea party, I can, but I sold my entire tea party business and dress up clothes, the whole thing. So now I'm reorganizing my garage. You know how I've mentioned over and over I'm organized, but my garage is a disaster, but because of that. But anyway, I said all of that to say I now have been setting a little bit of money aside in my savings account, and we now try to use our money for more experiences instead of buying everything. Because face it, at our age, we have everything we need. We really do. There's not a thing that we actually need in this time of our life. So we spend it on experiences. But I'm going to talk to you about what she's saying. Laura Ellis says, invest your extra money so that you can see the benefits from it. Value experiences over your stuff. Consider spending your money and your energy on experiences and that bring you value. Instead of buying more stuff, think about it the next time someone has a birthday even. Maybe consider getting them an experience, a shared experience with them. Create memories. Memories are going to go a lot further than, a new toy, especially if they already have all the toys that they need. All right, so let me do a little review of what she says. But first, let me tell you a few things that she also mentions is to stop 10 rules for success. 1, stop the inflow. 2, embrace letting go. 3, begin with the end in mind. 4, start small. organize your purse, your car, your junk drawer. Number 5, only keep things you need, use, or love. 6, everything needs a home. 7, do a daily 10-minute tidy. 8, complete each task completely. If you're gonna do the laundry, fold it and put it away. That was the one thing I hated doing. Now that each of us do our own laundry, it's so much easier to just do one load a week because you're only doing your own. And it's so much easier to fold it and put it away because you only have 7 outfits. Number 9, good enough is good enough. And 10, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's a process. It doesn't have to be Pinterest perfect, guys. All right, now here's a review of her how to organize with S.O.U.L. Learn how to simplify with S.O.U.L, which encompasses the philosophy and the steps of organizing. It is not only how to get organized, but also how to stay organized. Because what is the point of getting organized if you can't stay organized? She says S.O.U.L stands for sort, order, use, live. So the sort and order part are kind of self-explanatory when you think about organizing, but the use and the live part are also a very important part of the S.O.U.L S.O.U.L system of getting and staying organized. What do we do every day? We use our stuff. So you have to have a strategy for how things go back. You have to have a system that you can maintain, that you can teach your family to maintain. Sorting is really the selecting and shedding part of the organizing. When you're sifting through your items, and notice she said selecting, shedding, sorting, selecting, shedding, sifting. You're selecting the items that you want to keep, and you're shedding the items that you don't need anymore. Things that are not serving your life anymore that you're ready to let go of. So actually the S could mean sorting, selecting, shedding, sifting, and serving. When you get organized, you're going to let go of some things. To create the best life, it's really going to benefit you to let go of those items that are not serving you anymore. Understand what works for you and don't be afraid to switch up your system if you discover something is not working. Also, enhance your system as needed. Go over your organized spaces every year and do a once over to make sure your system is still working. Love your spare time and money. Once you maintain an organized system, you won't waste so much time looking for things or have to buy things that you already have just because you can't find them. Pick an area to organize and start by sorting through everything and putting like items in piles. Label your piles with Post-it notes like garage for items that go to the garage or donate for items you're going to donate. Observe your space and envision how you want it to be organized and what you want it to look like. All right, and then the last thing she says is measure your space and the items you want to go into the space before you purchase any containers that you need. I mean, you do need to know how big the space is that you're going to put the container, so you'll know how big the container needs to be. And if you're, for example, organizing a pair of scissors to separate them from the pens and pencils, you want to measure those scissors and make sure you have a container that will fit all your scissors and then all your pens and pencils in 2 separate spaces. And That way more things will fit in a drawer because they're all put together instead of all spread out and just sloshing around back and forth every time you open and close the drawer. All right, guys, this was a shorter little video than usual because I didn't go through the video of her actually sorting a junk drawer. And I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you on the next podcast and YouTube video.